The Attorney General's first Capitol Hill appearance since June comes amid the discovery of new FBI documents that prove former Director James Comey had begun drafting his exoneration of Hillary Clinton before the email investigation had wrapped up. President Trump seizing on that news, tweeting, "Wow, FBI confirms report that James Comey drafted letter exonerating crooked Hillary Clinton long before investigation was complete." Many people not interviewed, including Clinton herself. Comey stated under oath that he didn't do this. Obviously a fix. Where is Justice Department?
Joining me now, Ron Hosko, who served as Assistant FBI Director under former FBI Director James Comey until 2014. Ron, good to have you back on the program. Nice to see you tonight.
Sure.
I want to start by playing this exchange between James Comey and Congressman Ratcliffe back in September of 2016. Let's watch.
Did you make the decision not to recommend criminal charges relating to classified information before or after Hillary Clinton was interviewed by the FBI on July the 2nd?
After.
Okay, then I'm going to need your help in trying to understand how that's possible. To me, the only way that an interview takes place with the two central witnesses and the subject of the investigation is if the decision has already been made that all three people in that room are not going to be charged.
Good question. Ron, what do you make of that and the emergence of this memo that was written exonerating Hillary Clinton 2 months before the decision was made?
So, Martha, you know, one of the things that the FBI does extremely well is produce paper. The director, you know, the senior leadership of the FBI is in briefings for much of their day, reading papers about significant cases, and very often producing those papers to push further up into the food chain. I was a participant in that, a recipient, and a briefer at times. And so these papers very often are the repository is maybe a portal. It's some sort of internal site that we have a number of living documents that detail the progress on significant cases.
Yeah, but this the way this was read by Graham and was that it's a document that exonerates her, and it was put together before 24 witnesses had even been spoken to. So I understand how you're sort of, you know, working on parallel courses and you're kind of moving the evidence through. But if, you know, if their interpretation of what this document is accurate, it sounds like more than that.
Well, certainly, you know, I think it would benefit us all to see the document, see the contents of the document.
Absolutely.
And certainly for Congress to ask Jim Comey questions about it. But I think, as you know, there's been a lot of discussion about intent, the intent element of the espionage statute that was at issue here, whether Mrs. Clinton had violated that intent element, whether there should be an intent element. And I think that it could well be that Jim Comey, former prosecutor, a person used to creating lengthy prosecution memos and detailing the weaknesses and strengths of a case, could have been taking his own proactive steps here to document that very same thing, believing that the emails at the time were perhaps not showing that intent strongly enough for the FBI to recommend prosecution.
But there were a number of key witnesses that hadn't been spoken to. So we will see. And as you say, we really need to see that document, which is not classified as far as I understand. So hopefully we'll get our hands on it. Ron, thank you so much. Good to have you tonight.